Hi, today we will talk about some immunity of a human body. There are complement proteins which are present all the time in the body and other inactive enzymes which are produced constantly by the liver, acted on blood. Then there is bacteria present in your tissues. Immune system of body makes these antigens or bacterias. Antibodies are made of two heavy chains and two light chains held by disulfide bonds. Against these antigens or bacteria, antibodies are produced by the body like IgG, IgM, IgD. These antibodies react with antigens. There is a chain in the tail of antibodies. There are loops which are exposed, which are unavailable otherwise. Without antigen, antibodies don't act on the complement system. They act whenever body needs them. There is an inflammatory reaction or musodilation. In tissue area, complement proteins lie wherever need arises. They come out and react. Antibody-antigen complex C1 reacts with the complex and becomes protein convertase of C4. Thus activate C4 complement protein. This C4 complement protein further hydrolyzes into A and B components. A diffuses into body fluid and B component attracts another B component of the next protein in the chain, that is C2 complement, which gets activated, and in similar way it also hydrolyzes into C2A and C2B, that is two components. The C4B component and C2B component thus formed proteinic convertase, and this becomes convertase of C3 component and thus activate C3 complement protein. Where this C3A component diffuses away and C3B remains bound, together C4B, C2B and the B component of C3 form C5 convertase, and C5 comes into action. C5A component is lost and C5B component is left behind. Bacteria remains for a significant time in the immune system, provided antibodies for this antigen. Molecule interacts with C1, which in turn acts on antigen-antibody complex. Further, C5b opens some another components like C6, C7, which activates further complements like C8 and C9. This whole body is called central porous body, which detached itself to fall on the bacteria or the foreign antigen and is known as terminal events. They dissolve into lipid membrane of bacteria and destruct the physical integrity of bacterial membrane. This attack is more effective on gram-negative bacteria. As gram-negative bacteria have outer lipid membrane which is more exposed, unlike in gram-positive bacteria which has an inside lipid membrane. Thus, bacterial attack is chained by an antibody tail which becomes active and complement system gets activated. Then macrophages attach to one end of the bacteria and another end of the bacteria is attached to C3 complement. This makes attacking complex. The phagocytosis occur. This is called the classical pathway. There is another pathway which is called alternate pathway, in which C3 complement directly touches the antigen, that is foreign body. It is called the first line of defense of human body, which is first activated when antibodies are not available or are being generated. As soon as antibody is activated, the classical pathway is introduced in the human body. This was the immune system of the human body, introduction of how immunity gets activated in a human body. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling.